And excuse me if I'm a Matlock fan.
Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal discourse. Yes, it's true. Law Talk with Mike is experiencing what we in the business call a plot hole-sized lull. This is, of course, due entirely to Mike's, let's say, ambitious approach to preparation. And by ambitious, I mean utterly devoid. Yes, the very fabric of our legal system, as represented by this live stream, has encountered a, shall we say, temporal anomaly. A glitch, a hiccup, a veritable vacuum of action. And who is to blame? Why none other than our esteemed yet woefully unprepared host, Mike. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably. So to fill the gaping void where insightful legal analysis should be, due to a lack of any ability to keep your attention, Mike has in his infinite wisdom decided to subject you to this artistic expression. God help us all, please do not hold Mike accountable for this. Bless his heart, Mike didn't quite foresee these moments of dead air when he planned for this whole thing. He clearly has no idea what he's doing. So sit back, relax, and maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably.
And have they been in your presence ever since? Mr. Foreman, on docket number 2282CR117001, murder in the second degree, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you? No. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do all of you agree?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
002, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
Of.
Is not guilty or guilty about that charge or any lesser included charge? Thank you. Specifically, number 5, operating under the influence of liquor by operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or greater. Correct?
Yes.
So say you, Mr. Foreman?
Guilty.
So say you all?
Yes.
003, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar leaving the scene after accident resulting in death? Is the defendant not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you all? Jurors, hearken your verdict as the court records that you upon your oath say the defendant on 001 is not guilty, on 002 is guilty of operating under the influence of liquor, and 003 not guilty. Thank you.
All right, jurors, everybody please be seated. Jurors, we thank you for your service. We're going to send you back. Your service is complete. I'd like to come back and talk to you for a little bit afterwards. So thank you very much.
All rise. Jurors, follow me.
Wow. Jet's got the same problem I do. I think it's guilty on the DWI or OWI and not guilty on everything else. But I'm not even sure about the guilty on that.
Media, please exit the courtroom immediately.
Karen Reed?
Not
Not yet.
Tony,
Hold
not
on,
yet.
hold on,
Not
everyone.
yet.
Karen Reed. Ms. Reed, can I have your attention? As required by statute, I must inform you that the records regarding the charges that you have been found not guilty will be sealed by the Commissioner of Probation by the court unless you notify the Commissioner of Probation in writing within 10 days that you do not want these records sealed. To request that these records not be sealed, you may use the request not to seal form, which is posted on the trial court's website on mass.gov. I cannot accept the form here in court. You must submit it to the Commissioner of Probation at the address provided on the form. Please be aware that if the records regarding the charges which you have been found not guilty are sealed, you will be unable to access the sealed record of the not guilty dispositions or any other records regarding those charges. If you want copies of any documents regarding those charges before the records are sealed, you should request copies from the court within 10 days. Do you understand? Thank you.
All right, so we need a date for sentencing. Can we do it next week?
We would be prepared to go forward today.
Okay,
Perhaps we can approach sidebar briefly.
okay.
Please be seated.
Regarding those charges.
All right, so Mr. Yannetti, you ready to go forward today as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Brennan, what's the Commonwealth's recommendation?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth moves for sentencing. We recommend a probation 1 year 24D program.
So the standard that everybody else gets on a first-time OUI?
Certainly.
Interesting.
Okay,
We ask that she be treated no differently, no better.
so I'm happy to do it. All right, thank you all.
1 year probation on docket number 002, the lesser included offense of operating under the influence, 1 year probation.
Quiet.
Thank you. The 24D program is.
Media, please exit
Thank
the
you.
courtroom
Right there.
immediately. All rise.
Goodbye.
Wow. This one was fascinating because I didn't think she'd be convicted, but I wasn't sure. I thought it'd be a hung jury. And it makes a difference that it's not. Because you can't even pretend like you're bringing this again. It's over. It's over, people. It's over. I think the jury did a good job. Yes, I'm carpetbagging. Yes, I came in at the last minute. Aside from one buzz stream with Vices and a couple streams on my channel and mucking up lawn lumber one day, I didn't pay much attention to this trial because it was too long. Not because it wasn't interesting. I knew it'd be interesting. But I have to say that was the problem I had. I'm like, I said it during the closing arguments. I said, all right, both these attorneys are doing a good job and they have good arguments. That sounds like a defense verdict for me. Because one's got the burden of proof and it's a high burden, and the other doesn't. I didn't watch closely enough. I could see them giving the OWI or not giving it, but they did. I'm confident that she is guilty of that offense. I don't know if they proved it because I didn't watch the trial closely enough, but I'm confident she's guilty of it. I'll say that. And then I almost pulled out of there, but it looks like they sentenced her right there and just gave her a straight first-time DUI sentencing. That's what the prosecution asked for, which I think is classy. I do. I think the prosecution, of course, they want a conviction on that, on all that stuff, but they didn't get that. They get a conviction for OWI, and they say, do the usual. There's nothing is outside of the fact that, I mean, we got a conviction on that count. Do what you would do with anybody else who is convicted of a first-time DUI. Or I keep saying DUI because that's what the terminology we use. OWI, operating while intoxicated or driving while intoxicated. The Mayor Quimby accents. They were kind of fun for a while, and then it gets like, okay, I can't deal with it. I really can't deal with this stuff. Oh my God. Also, I have to give a shout out to Food Fairy, who was the one who told me to throw up a stream real quick. I was running about. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm glad I did, because it's just kind of fun to be there with you guys to see it. She also made me a fantastic steak salad and brought it over recently. I'm not kidding. That hurt. That happened. Food Fairy happens to live in my neighborhood. It's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, well, very interesting after all that stuff. I could see this trial coming down the road, and I'm like, okay, I'd like to do it. I know it'll be huge. It was huge, but I'm like, I can see this thing's gonna go 1 or 2 months, and I've got tons of stuff in court that I can't get around, and I knew I was gonna do some traveling, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Even though I kind of want to, I just cannot set aside that kind of time on this. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what Macron steel is. I really don't. I don't. Ooh la la. That's all I got to say. All right. That's it. I think we got the verdict and sentencing right there. She gets a year probation. I think that's probably what should happen here. Part of this is you can't prove it. Part of it is I don't think anybody thinks that she wanted to do anything to this guy. And while that's not an element of the offense necessarily, it plays into it, because humans are humans. It plays into it because humans are humans, and that's that. All right. Well, there you go. Resolution on Karen Reed. 2 trials, and it's over. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you.